What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to Polyworld Draft. My name is JD and hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. We're going to continue with our series today to figure out who the best Electric-type Pokemon is in Pokemon Blue. Last week we played through a Zapdos. It was a very fun playthrough. I enjoyed that Pokemon very much. I think we're going to have another fun playthrough today, and that Pokemon we're playing through today is Magneton. Now, I'll play through in order of how I think they're going to end up, so I clearly think Zapdos will be number 1 in the Electric types. I think Magneton will be number 2. Let's go over the stats of Magneton, and then we'll go over the moves and figure out why this Pokemon's going to be number 2 and not higher, and why I think it's going to outrank the other Electric types. Our stats are as follows. HP is 50, Attack is 60, Defense is 95, Special is 120, and Speed is 70. So our stats across the board are pretty decent, but we have 2 stats that aren't great, but they'll be good enough to get through the game. It's not like there's a glaring weakness here. And then we look at the moveset via level up at bottom left corner. We get Tackle, Sonic Boom, and Thundershot to start the game. The reason why I think this Pokemon's going to do well is a lot of Electric types don't have Sonic Boom to help get through Brock. If you just have an Electric type, you're not going to get through Brock. He's completely immune to Electric moves, so you got to use something else. So that leaves us Tackle. Tackle is not great because, you know, it's also a Rock type, so it resists. Sonic Boom will do 20 damage no matter what, and I think the early game be so fast. And to have the early game be so fast and also have Thundershock where you can hit flying type Pokemon and have some stab effectiveness, and then Misty's gym is going to be super easy. That's why I think this is going to fly through the early part of the game. And it has some decent stuff on the back end, but it does have a glaring weakness. And one of the glaring weaknesses with this is Pokemon. If you look at its level up moveset, it's all electric and normal. And when you look at its TM moveset on the right side, it's all electric, normal, and psychic. It says psychic, but those aren't any really attacking moves. Those are just, one's teleport, one's reflect, and one's rest. And in hindsight, reflect might not have been a horrible option for this Pokemon. We get all normal moves in electric, and there's no type diversity. There are one electric type that has like a lot of type diversity, and that is Electabuzz. Buzz has a horrible starting moveset, so I think he'll be lower. This is why we do the playthroughs. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this playthrough. And we're going to start out, like I said, with Magneton. We're going to face our rival, as per tradition. His name is Lycanso. We gave him a Bulbasaur because he is resistant to our electric moves. And with one Sonic Boom, we knock it out. We named our Pokemon Magnetron, like Megatron, but Magnetron. And we're going to move right into our second battle. Didn't even take any wild encounters. We're still under a minute. And we're going to go to our second battle with our rival. He's going to come out with a Pidgey. Pidgey's going to come out. We're going to go for Sonic Boom. I don't know why we didn't go for Thundershock. It probably would have one-shot, but I digress. Sonic Boom will 2-shot the Bulbasaur. Very easy win. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. And that moves us right into the Bug Force. And there's not really anything great in the Bug Force to talk about. It's just we got to face these battles. Every Pokemon will at maximum be a 2-shot if we use Sonic Boom. The only problem we might have is Sonic Boom may not get it may miss once in a while. We get a critical hit with Thundershock right there. We do critical hit about 13.67% of the time. We are also in a medium fast growth rate, which is one of the better growth rates to have for a playthrough of Pokemon Blue. Magneton will level up pretty quickly. We're not going to have problems where I think levels are going to be our issue. It's always going to be the other things I mentioned, like type diversity. We're not going to have a lot of move diversity, might be a better way to put that. We're going to 2-shot the Weedle, and we're going to knock out the Bug Catcher, and then move right into our final Bug Catcher of the forest. And now we're going to face Weedle. Weedle will go down either one or 2 Thundershocks. All right, we're going to go for Sonic Boom. Now Thundershock will be a 2-shot. Bare minimum, gets it done. 100% accurate move. Works better than a 90% accurate move. I told you, if it's not 100%, it's 50%. And now it leads us into our Million Light Years trainer in Brock's gym. And we're going to go for Sonic Boom on the Diglett. Diglett just barely survives. See, if you look in the top right corner, you can see their actual hit points. So if they have anything below 40, it's automatically a 2-shot as long as we can hit. So right now, Sonic Boom's not hitting. So a little bit of problem there, but we do get the knockout. We're going to leave and come right back and we'll face Brock. 3 minutes and 10 seconds when we start our Brock battle. And he's going to come out with a Geodude. Geodude comes out, and we're going to 2-shot Geodude as long as we don't miss. Sonic Boom, 2 shots. And Onix will also get 2-shot by Sonic Boom. We don't want to miss that either. We get the win. We beat Brock. Wakanda forever. I don't know if you noticed this, but he's not wearing a shirt. I don't know why he's fighting shirtless, but it is what it is. And we move right into our battle in Mount Moon against the Super Duper Nerd. We didn't get anything out of Mount Moon, just a Rare Cannon and Ether. So Sonic Boom will 2-shot the Voltorb. And Coffin comes out. We're going to 2-shot, or we're going to go for Thundershock. Get a critical hit, get a 1-shot. Very good. That leads us right into our Dome Fossil. All hail the Dome Fossil. I know if I didn't tell you, you're going to ask. Actually, no, I think we go ahead and ask. And now we're going to face Misty. Misty is obviously the choice here. We're at level 19. We've leveled up pretty well. And so we're going to Thundershock and 1-shot the Staryu. And we're going to, looks like a 3-shot on the Starmie. Yep, we're going to 3-shot. Now, we don't resist water moves. That's the one problem with Electric. We don't resist water moves. It could still do a lot of damage to us if we didn't have great special, but our special's pretty high with this Pokemon, so we don't take a lot of damage from her Water Gun or Bubble Beam. And that leads us right into our third rival battle on Nugget Bridge. One shot on the Pidgeotto. I love that. I hate dealing with that bird. Two shot on the Abra. Could have gone for Tackle or Sonic Boom, saves some power points. No big deal. One shot on the Rattata, and now we're going to two shot. Oh no, I'm sorry. We're going to three shot the Bulbasaur. And for some reason, it's not popping up with his team, but it's not a big deal. I knew we were going to get a three shot, and that leads us right into our fourth rival battle. There was nothing special in between that. We couldn't get moves, nothing. So it just didn't make sense to show anything else. Just go right into our fourth battle on the SSN. One shot on the Pidgeotto, two shot on the Raticate. Kadabra comes out. Tackle looks like it's going to be about a three shot there, or it's a two shot. That's a good range there. Sonic Boom will be looks like a three shot. It's going to growl us, and that's a good kind of the beauty of Sonic Boom is if you growl or anything, it does not affect the output of Sonic Boom. The only thing that can really affect it is like the sand attack and accuracy. With that being said, we move right into Lieutenant Surge. Now, with Lieutenant Surge, we don't exactly have a great matchup here. We are kind of resisted to all of his moves, just like he's resisted to ours. But we get a 3-hit knockout on the Volt. We have a lot of health going into the Pikachu. We're going to go for Thunder Shock on Pikachu. It still is our best stat to use special moves, and he did lower our he lowered our attack stat. So going for Sonic Boom makes the most sense, or Thunder Shock, either one of those. And now we beat Lieutenant Surge. It wasn't exactly a clean battle, I will say that. But now we have an upgraded moveset where we have Thunderbolt instead of Thunder Shock. And that leads us right into our battle with Boomer the Hiker. Now, Boomer the Hiker has 3 Pokemon. All of his Pokemon are rock types, so we gotta go for Sonic Boom if we want this battle to be anywhere near as good as it could be. So 3 hit on the first Geodude, 3 hit on the second Geodude. He can go for Defense, Curl, and attack us with Tackle all he wants. The problem, what we don't want is we don't want Self-Destruct at this moment, because Self-Destruct will knock us out, but we get 3-hit knockout on all the Pokemon, get the win over Boomer the Hiker. We learn Supersonic in place of Thunder Shock, and we move right on to Celadon City. Now that we're in Celadon City, this is where I like to call the mid-game. We're going to go and face the Rocket Game Corner, face this Grunt right here. We're going to Thunderbolt this Grunt into Oblivion, 1, and then 2, very good. Knock it out. I kind of wish we had the ability like Ash did in the first Pokemon movie, where you could face like 3 Pokemon at once and use like 1 Thunderbolt and knock out like 5 Pokemon or something like that. But I wish we could do that, but I'm going to move right into our Giovanni fight. Now, Giovanni is a problem for this Pokemon because we don't have a great move against Onix, so we're going to have to rely on Sonic Boom. And we're also going to need to rely on Sonic Boom for Rhyhorn. Now, luckily, they don't really have anything great to use against us. Like, Rhyhorn uses Horn Attack. And, I mean, Onix had Rock Throw, so that could have been some decent damage there. But we one-shot the Kangaskhan, so we beat Giovanni. So this one's not too bad. And I think the second one's not too bad. But the third one really can be problematic. So knock out Giovanni, grab the Silph Scope, and we're going to head right into our 5th rival battle in Pokemon Tower. He's going to come out with a Pidgeotto. We're going to one-shot the Pidgeotto. This is great. He's going to quick attack us, no big deal. It only did a couple damage. We're going to one-shot the Gyarados. We're going to one-shot the Growlithe. I highly doubt Kadabra is going to be a one-shot with, well, not with Thunderbolt, but, you know, with physical attacking move is going to one-shot. And we're going to Swift and knock out the Ivysaur. And that leads us right into the rest of Pokemon Tower, which we're not going to do. And we're going to showcase Koga next. Koga is our 5th gym leader. He is a poison specialist. And we're going to lead out with Coughing. Actually, he's our 4th gym leader because we have not faced Erica yet. Erica we're going to save for later because we don't have anything great against Erica either. We do get poisoned against the Muck, and we're going to one-shot the Coughing. So Weezing, the only thing Weezing can really do right here is kind of like stall us out, but we didn't get our Axe or nothing lowered, so even with Poison, we still managed to win this battle pretty handily. And that leads us right into our next battle, which is going to be, would be our 5th gym now, which is Blaine. We're going to Thunderbolt Blaine, the Growlithe, there we go. We're going to Thunderbolt the Ponyta. I got to gather my bearings here. Talking about a lot of stuff. Then we're going to go ahead and Thunderbolt the Rapidash. Nope, we don't get, nope, we're not going to Thunderbolt. Okay, we got our stats raised, but not for our special. We don't get our special stat raised until we knock out Blaine's Pokemon. So now our special stat will go up because it gives our modified boost to our special stats. And that leads us right into our next battle, which is against Erica. Erica will come out with a Victory Bell, and really this is going to be a 2-shot on every Pokemon. But it can't really do anything to us either, so that's kind of the trade-off is it's resistant to our electric moves. However, it really doesn't have anything super effective against us either. So it's very much a mutual battle. I just didn't want to leave it to chance where I get put to sleep or something. And then because I'm at lower level, I don't have enough to 2-shot or whatever. So we get the knockout, get the win, and move right into our 6th rival battle, which is in Silphco. And he's going to lead out with a Pidgeot. Pidgeot will go down to 1 Thunderbolt. Very good. Gyarados comes out, he'll go down to 1 Thunderbolt as well. Growlithe is still in that range where I think we're going to one-shot with Thunderbolt. Very good. Alakazam, any physical move, any good physical move should knock it out in one go. Critical hit, don't know if that mattered. And that leads us into Venusaur. Venusaur doesn't have anything great against us, like I said. Double Edge looks like it's going to be a 3-shot. Get the knockout, get the win. And a very easy battle over our rival in Silphco, leading into our 2nd Giovanni fight, Tuivani. And Tuivani's going to come out And I believe he leads this battle with a Nidorino. Nidorino is not ground type yet, so we can go for Thunderbolt, knock it out. Very good. Kangaskhan is just normal type, so we go for Thunderbolt, knock it out. And so now the rest of this battle has to be relied on to use Sonic Boom or Double Edge. And Double Edge and Sonic Boom look like they're doing about the same damage. It's not really much difference here. Rhyhorn does have 112 health, so that doesn't help us here. And in the same breath, Nidoqueen also has like 131 health. So Sonic Boom is not going to be great in this battle. This is why I said that Giovanni can really provide some problems. Without a lot of type coverage, it makes these battles much more difficult than they have to be. Usually these battles are not very difficult at all. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump over to Sabrina and her whip. And like I said about Alakazam or Kadabra, if you're facing any kind of psychic Pokemon in this game, any good physical move for the most part will obliterate the opposition. Go and go for Double Edge on the Mr. Mime. Very good. Venomoth comes out. Venomoth is not a flying type. It looks like it could be, but it's not. Swift and Double Edge. With the combination Swift and Double Edge, we should get the knockout. Nope. Psybeam gets us. That's our first reset of the game, just because Reflect went up and we didn't do any damage with our physical moves. So that's the other trade-off, I guess, is if someone uses Reflect, you really can't do a lot of damage to him. So we're going to go ahead and refight this battle with Sabrina and her whip. And we're going to go ahead and face the Kadabra as a one-shot. Very good. Mr. Mime comes out. Is it a one-shot? It is, so we don't have to worry about taking confusion damage from Mr. Mime. And Venomoth is a one-shot. So we're going to continue with Thunderbolt, which is good because, like I said, he just went for, for Reflect, and now it didn't even affect our ability to do damage. So now it leads us right into our final gym leader, which is Giovanni. Now, Giovanni is a problem because we don't have a great move against his Pokemon. Thunderbolt is ineffective against all of his Pokemon, and we also have the ability to do... Swift is horrible because Swift is normal damage, and a lot of his Pokemon are rock type, ground types. It's kind of neutral against ground, but rock type Pokemon like Rhyhorn, like Rhydon, this is not going to do a lot of damage. So he's doing Stomp, and we're already we're just about around half health at this point. We mimic Stomp. I worked in a different playthrough I had, so we actually were able to mimic Stomp and use our badge boosting ability and sweep his team. But I got a better idea, and we're going to get a reset here again. And it's actually a pretty smart idea. I'm probably going to do this for all of the electric types now that I've done this. This is why the Pokemon I don't think are going to do as well. They get the advantage of having all the information before they start their playthroughs. This is why I do it this way. And I'm going to mimic Dig here, but Dig isn't going to help us because, yeah, it's just not going to help us as much as I'd hope. We are going to knock out the Dugtrio. We are going to knock out the Nidoqueen, get a critical hit. Don't know if that, I'm pretty sure that mattered. That probably helped us out a lot. Dig, we're going to get tackled. We're going to go for Dig. And we just don't have enough oomph to knock out the Rhydon. The Rhydon, all it has to do is hit us twice. Now, if it keeps going for Fissure, yeah, we can definitely lose this battle. So we win this battle, but there's something that happens in the next battle with our rival that I think I'm going to do in that battle to make it a little bit easier for the other electric types. It's a little bit of a risk, but I think it's just a little bit quicker. So now we're facing our 7th rival battle before we go into the Elite Four. So we are going to mimic Agility. So Agility 1, Agility 2, Agility 3. Very good. Go for Thunderbolt. Nope. Okay, now we're going to Thunderbolt. Very good. Knock out the Pidgeot. Very good. Rhyhorn comes out. And there we go. We just got to get the knockout. Swift. Get Swifty. Get Swifty. And like I said, Swift's not a great move. I don't want to do Recoil. I don't want to, damage myself unless I have to. So we knock out the Rhyhorn. Gyarados will go down to 1 Thunderbolt. That's a guarantee every time. Thunderbolt on the Growlithe. That's a guarantee every time as well. Alakazam comes out. We're going to go for Swift on the Alakazam. Swift or Double Edge, one of the two. Psychic, pretty much knocks us out. And that leads us into Venusaur. And Venusaur, we're not going to get the knockout here. Vine Whip, it doesn't do horrible to us, but I don't think we're going to get enough to get the knockout. Razor Leaf knocks us out. So now we got to refight this battle. I did come up with a better strategy. I don't remember if I do it on this attempt or if there's another attempt that we do this. But we're going to try this again. Go ahead and get our battle started here with our rival, the Pidgeot. So a common strategy is just take, Agility, mimic Agility off of this Pokemon. But I have a better strategy. I think I'm doing this strategy now. I'm not going to mimic Stomp. I'm going to mimic Horn Drill. So as long as I am higher level and I outspeed, Horn Drill gives us the possibility of one-shotting. So now I don't spend all those turns using Swift or Double Edge and reducing my own health. I can one-shot all these Pokemon. I don't need to use Horn Drill on Alakazam. We got a bad range last time. We'll do good enough with 2 hits to knock out the Alakazam. As long as we don't get hit by Psychic. Okay, so we get knocked out on this one. However, the theory is sound. The strategy is sound. We just got to execute it a little bit better. So try this one more time. We're at 44 minutes and 50 seconds. We're actually not doing too bad, but we've wasted a lot of time on this battle and waste a lot of time on a couple other battles that we can clean up in the second round when we do our second playthrough with this Pokemon. One shot on the Pidgey. We're going to mimic Horn Drill. Very good. We're going to use Horn Drill. We miss. And this is one of the problems with Horn Drill. It does have the possibility to miss because it's not very accurate. It's 30% accurate, and then it adds it adds to the accuracy 1 point for every level you are higher than the Pokemon, which is not higher than the Pokemon, we're just faster. So Thunderbolt on the Alakazam, we just want to get the knockout. Very good, and now we're just going to go for a Broke here and hit Horn. If we hit Horn Drill, we get the knockout. Very good. We beat our rival and head to the Elite Four. Heading into the Elite Four, we got some good momentum, got some good things going for us. We have a lot of things in here that, are weak to us, so we're going to go over our stats really quick. This is not the place I usually go over the stats, but I'll do it because I just wasn't thinking before I walked in. I didn't want to go back and just waste time. Attack is 118, defense 159, speed is 130, and special is 188. In the bottom left corner, you're going to see our stats modified with the corresponding badge. Attack is 132, defense 178, speed is 146, and special is 211. So pretty good across the board. And then our moveset going into the Elite Four, I went too fast, but it's Thunderbolt, Mimic, Hyper Beam, and Double Edge. We don't have a lot of great options. The only thing we're really going to modify with our moveset is Rest. And this is, like I said, this is where maybe I could have used Reflect just to help with some defense in some battles, but we're going to face Lorelei first. Lorelei is an Ice Specialist, which means she has a lot of water Pokemon, so she is pretty easy. Thunderbolt on the Dugong Gong Gong, Thunderbolt on the Cloister, Slow Bro, and we knock out Dinks. And they say it like that because she's shivering. And then Lapras comes out, and a Thunderbolt, very good. Get the win. Pretty easy win over Lorelei. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. That leads us right into our next battle, which is against Bruno, the Lost Hiker. We don't talk about Bruno very much. He's going to lead out with an Onix. We don't have a great move for Onix, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to go for Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam looks like it's going to be a lot of shots, not just even like a slight shot. We're going to go for Harden. Harden's going to at least up our defense and up our other stats around it. We did just level up, so that's not a big deal. And Harden, we can go up to 6 times. And I think that's enough. I think that's what we're trying to do here. Double Edge, some damage to ourselves, not great. We don't want him to do, raise his defense. That's the worst thing. So I was trying to knock him out early, hoping I got, a crit or something, but that's why. Now everyone else can go down to a Thunderbolt. No problem. Thunderbolt on the Hitmonlee, very good. Onix comes out. Now, it still doesn't do a lot of damage, but Rage is kind of a garbage move because you can't use anything else. And so we're going to wait, and I'm not really too worried about him doing damage to us with a Rage. It doesn't accumulate fast enough that I think it's effective. And we're going to go for a Thunderbolt on the Machamp. We get the knockout critical hit. Don't know if that matters, but we get the win. And that leads us right into our next battle, which is against Lorelei. Now, Agatha. Agatha Lottery here. She can paralyze you, put you to sleep, confuse you, or poison you. She can come out with a Ghost Pokemon, Gengar. We get a critical hit, 1 shot. Golbat will go down to 1 as well. It's a flying type, so it's weak to it. Thunderbolt on the Haunter, almost a 1 shot, very close, but it just heals, so it doesn't even get a chance to attack us. Arbok goes down in 1 Thunderbolt, and Gengar number 2 goes down to a critical hit Thunderbolt. That definitely matters. I don't think we're going to one-shot that Pokemon. Gengar has pretty high special, so I'm pretty sure it would have tanked it. But it leads us right into our next battle, which is against Lance. We are flying through the Elite Four. Haven't hit a lot of resistance yet. Thunderbolt's a 1-shot, very good. Dragonair comes out. We're going to go ahead and mimic Agility. 1, 2, and 3, pretty good. I don't care if it hits us with Dragon Rage or Hyper Beam. Our defense is pretty solid. Hyper Beam 1-shots the Dragonair. Hyper Beam 1-shots the second Dragonair. Aerodactyl comes out. We should go switch back to Thunderbolt. Very good. Don't know how it knocks it out. It's a rock-type Pokemon. Should be resisted, but I'm not going to complain. We're going to take the win, and we're going to knock out Dragonite. We get the win over Lance, the Dragon Master, and we lead right into our final battle of the game, which is against our rival. He is the champion. He's going to lead out with a Pidgeot. Pidgeot. Thunderbolt on the Pidgeot. Very good. 1-shot. Knock it out. We're going to mimic Psychic. And we're going to get hit by a Psychic here. Not a big deal. Hyper Beam will 1-shot Alakazam. A good physical move. Takes out Alakazam every single time. We're going to go for Rest and recover our health. And what we want to do here is we want him to go for Tail Whip. Tail Whip will lower our defense, but it ups our other stats around it. So our special went up. Our physical attack stat went up. Our speed even went up. Thunderbolt on the Gyarados knocks it out. We use Psychic to knock out the Rhydon. We get hit by Arcanine, not a big deal. We have a lot of health going into the final Pokemon. Psychic. Venusaur is a poison type, so Psychic is a 1-shot. Very good. Critical hit, don't know if it mattered. And now we're just going to get our time locked in with the Elite Four. We have a time that is just over one of the tiers that on our tier lists. and we're definitely shave off 6 seconds in the next playthrough. So 50 minutes and 6 seconds with an in-game time of 4 hours and 24 minutes. Not really a big deal. It was a pretty solid playthrough across the board. But like I said, I don't use the in-game time. I use the 4 times speed in top left corner. 4 resets. We beat the game at level 64. That's pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty solid for a first playthrough. I'm pretty sure I can shave at least. I think I can shave 5 minutes and 6 seconds off this playthrough. I really can. But let's go ahead and look at our tier list. So the playthrough like that, it's pretty solid. Where does that rank Magneton into this list? 50 minutes and 6 seconds. It puts it into the sub 55 tier right here. Now, here's the thing about all the other Pokemon, is all the other Pokemon here in this tier are like right just under 55 minutes. I'm pretty sure Pinsir's like 54 minutes and some seconds. Actually, Magneton, it's very awesome that it gets this done. Like it's top of the tier, and like I said, I think it's not going to be in this tier very long. Just by my experience playing Pokemon, I think this Pokemon is going to get itself right into the A tier, the sub 50 tier. Right up there with Charizard and Gengar, which I still haven't done a second playthrough with either one of those Pokemon. Going to be interesting to see what happens with those guys. We're going to adjust a little bit here. I'm just adjusting while I'm talking. So I do think Magneton can definitely get itself into the next tier up. I don't think that's even a question in my mind. I don't think it should be a question in your mind. You saw the playthrough. You saw where we made some mistakes, and I think I can cut out some trainers and still get us to a good spot when it comes to our playthrough. So let me just think in the comment section down below. How do you think Magneton did? What do you think I could do better? Is there a strategy out there that I missed? You let me know in the comment section down below. But so far, we have 2 electric types, and they're both B tier or higher. And I really do think Zapdos, I could get him into the SS tier. I think that Horn Drill strategy against Giovanni will be extremely good. And I think we can, if we execute that, we can get Zapdos into the SS tier. So I don't think that's going to be a problem. But that's my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. There's also some YouTubers in my description that I recommend and that you should go check out. There's some great content out there for other Pokemon YouTubers. And we're coming into what's called a daily December, where people post every day. So if you love Pokemon videos, I don't have the time to post every day. I've contemplated posting other games. Like I was going to post some Roller Coaster Tycoon stuff. Maybe a little bit of Heroes of Might and Magic. Maybe some, Crusaders, Stronghold Crusaders. If you want to see that. There's other games too. But let me know if you want to see some of that stuff. I can post some of those things because they don't take a lot of editing. Pokemon takes a little bit of editing, so I gotta just be honest about that. It does take a little bit of editing when it comes to playing through with Pokemon. So just letting you guys know that, because if I play through, if I don't do the editing and do the voiceover, the playthrough is like easily an hour long or something like that, and I don't want to make an hour long video that people aren't going to watch all the way through. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Feedback is always welcome and always reward as long as you're respectful. Other than that, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next week we got a video coming out on Wednesday and we have a video coming out on Friday. Haven't decided on the Wednesday video yet. I think about doing another what if scenario and I haven't decided what it is, so it'll be a surprise. If you are subscribed to my channel, I post the thumbnail for the video I'm going to do on Wednesday. I post it usually Sunday afternoon or Monday morning. So if you want to know the video, make sure you're subscribed so you can see that post. And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I post it on there as well. And next Friday, I'm pretty sure the video next Friday is going to be Jolteon. Haven't played through. Don't know what's going to happen. I think Jolteon has some advantages, but I think it has some disadvantages. And that's why I thought Magneton would do better. Let me just think. Have a good one. And I'll see you guys next time.